What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. The link will be in the description box below, as usual. This video is going to be entitled The Black Man, White Woman Theory. Like I said, theory, right? I was thinking, me and a friend of mine was talking about some of this stuff, like, ladies swear, black guys increasingly want white women, right? And what I mean by white now, I'm just saying non-black, because sisters, everybody's a white woman when she ain't black. You know what I'm saying? So, to the point where even light-skinned women, she a white woman, she biracial. No, she just got some light-skinned parents. That's it. No, she's white. She ain't black enough. Okay, whatever. But I think there's a few things that I thought about that are factors in this. One of the things is, of course, slavery. But people never speak about, and the BGS brought this up before, where women were brought in the last 80 years of slavery. So the first 220, or if you want to call it, right, it was men. So first and foremost, I would say that, like I said, we were here before slavery. Pick up a book called what is it? They Came Before Columbus by Ivan Van Sertima. And you know what I'm talking about, but we were here before that. So part of the reason why they went to Africa is because we were unruly and we wasn't taken to slavery like that. You got I don't believe it was more than just indigenous Indians. It was indigenous black people here too. You don't just hop on a thing and just go to Africa all out of the blue unless you see people who, remind you of Africans here already. But because of that, I think we were already here, and there was a relationship that we were producing with our own, but they were producing with our women, and we were also producing with their women, because when they came over, they brought their women too, So my theory is they pimping out their own women, because that's the only group of people who have a culture of watching other men screw their women. That had to come from somewhere in America. You get what I'm saying? I think thus, in the way that America works, where they want to make a lie the truth. All of a sudden, black men were chasing white women and rapists. Thus, the birth of a nation, motion picture, right? But there's always been an attraction. They've been attracted to us. A lot of times when it comes to black men and black women, as far as attraction goes, black women are always our first choice. But but the femininity is missing. So we look to other races of women for femininity. And, and you can go back to Ain't I a Woman and all that, but there were feminine women in the last 50, 60 years, so it's just declined. Now, getting back to the theory part, because they were attracted to us, they always chased us. Because you don't really, were there men who wanted to get with white women as a status symbol? Absolutely. But what I've seen more of is women of other races trying to gravitate towards us on the low, whether it be on some fetish type stuff or uh, comparing them to their men and them wanting a way out. And most black men will tell you this when they go out. We're not really paying attention to women of other races, but I can tell you personally, women of other races have no problem disrespecting their men by flirting with us, with us black men when they're with them in public. When they, or try to catch them when they're not looking. Like I've been plenty. Like I was at the, what was I? I was at the grocery store maybe a couple of days ago. And it was a Indian couple like that, which is weird. But have I been out and white girls did it with their white boyfriends? Yes. Have Hispanic dudes done it? Not Hispanic dudes. Have Hispanic women done it in front of their dudes? Yes. That's why these guys get so overly protective in public. And you're like, but we don't necessarily want your women. Like, your women flirting with us. We're not flirting with them. And Asians, I can't really speak on Asians because, like, I really don't pay Asian that much attention because of the poker face thing in the community. So, but I have Asian coworkers who would tell me, yeah, this person feeling you because he knows his people, But, well, I can't say that because recently I have seen when the Asian women are more Americanized, they do it. If they're more in the culture, I can't see it because I have seen Asian women actually get caught. I didn't even think about that. But the other thing about like I said, the black man, white woman theory is, I think it's a lot of projection going on where, yeah, I want them. But I don't think we want white women as bad as our women want white men. And I think because we can date outside of our race easier than them, it looks more egregious to them. And that's why they cheer when they do it and they get mad if we do it, in my opinion. Like, the other thing, I think there's so many black men who are considered universally attractive, and you can have movie star good looks and be an average guy. What I mean, not a movie star guy, not $1 million guy. Like, what is the dude? Prison Bay. Like, how many white dudes does that happen to? How many Asian dudes does that happen to? How many Arab dudes does that happen to? How many Hispanic dudes does that happen to? Where just people go, oh, I saw his picture like that. I mean, even though it's stupid, I don't know why that would happen in the first place. I think it's stupid as hell. But as far as attraction goes, you don't see a guy guys get universally worldwide accepted as handsome enough to get out of prison because they're quote unquote fine by girl standards. That's crazy. But that's extreme, but that's the type of stuff that can happen. And that's a problem. Not to mention the way we carry ourselves in society seems to attract women. And even when our own women don't want us necessarily or don't think we're attractive, I think other women see it more. And I can't just say our women and white women or non-black women, because I'll say this: older black women see it too, like the ones that just the ones that past their prime. They tell young black women the same thing that non-black women say like, you need to talk to that guy. That guy's handsome. That guy's this. But the younger, the women in the same age group, they don't see it. They don't get it until after the fact. And I think other groups, because they're on the outside and they benefit from our oppression, and they benefit from sabotaging us, and they benefit from the racial vote trying to lock us out. Those groups of women can also, and men can also, see things that in us that our women can't see, or have a hard problem digesting. And I think it rears its ugly head when women are interracial dating and swirling, because black men always, we can guarantee if you date a non-black man, you're going to hear the "am I better than a black man" tirade somewhere along the line. But you're not going to hear a black man with a non-black woman, "Am I better than your kind of man?" We don't get down like that. We don't even care, because we have a high self-esteem as individuals. But on top of that, even when black men date interracially, who they concerned about? Their woman leaving them for another black guy. They don't even, you gonna leave me for another? Nope. You look at that black motherfucker over there. And the families play into it, because the families make it such a taboo. So, and then you got, once you go black, you never go back, and you can really tell, you can really see it on girls who's been with black men. It's just, their whole energy and aura changes. You know it. Like you just know. And it's not like some people want to make it a negative thing, like the worst of the worst, or the most ghetto guys make. Nah, not that. You could just tell, oh, she fuck with black guys, or she's done it before, because her energy is different. You don't even got to talk to the person. You ain't even got to speak to them. You know it from a distance. Yeah, she did that before, and she's open to it. And as a black man, you could see it. But part of the theory is also women of other races get curious because of the hate, but they also don't respect their men just like our women don't respect us. Because these other groups play manly and play macho, but they're just entitled and spoiled, and they're not as manly as they say they are. And though we are the villain for everybody, I think a lot of brothers have humbled a lot of guys of a lot of other races who ran their mouth too much. And we've done it in front of their women, and we don't have a problem doing it. And all of the peacocking and acting hard, we shut that down real fast. And as far as a man-to-man thing, most men are scared of us, even when we are not even trying to be scary. We enter a place and people get scared. Men of other races get scared. Women of other races get scared. But I think the difference is when you talk about that protection thing and the bad boy image, when other races of men walk into a room, nobody gets fearful of them. They may get fearful of their finances, or the systems that they've created, or the industries that they may control. But as far as just as presence of a man, they're never scared of just the man at all. And because these guys, it's a trade-off in life. These guys don't possess this thing. Their women don't see them as men necessarily. They see them as people who were given advantages over other people, and they just exploiting the advantages, just like women exploit advantages over men. So the masculinity is not what it really is, or really looks like. equal to low testosterone and and all that other stuff, and not being able to be a leader amongst men, I think attracts adds to that aura and that imagery. So I think it adds to the theory, you know. Just a theory, like I said. So I'm getting out of here. Peace.